There we go. I think we're live now. I think we are.
Indeed.
Are we? You see?
Yeah. Go Alexa.
Yeah. There we are. We've been on for 20 seconds already. Hi there. Welcome to our Tuesday meditation. The well wishers. I did get several comments on Facebook. Got an email, hoping that I'm feeling better. It was hard yesterday. I mean, I couldn't keep my eyes awake. I did the 4 minutes here and then went to sleep a little bit again, but it was great. It's been fine. Woke up today and, my arm's sore, but it is funny because I do this now. It's almost like my life isn't private anymore because I did have to say why I couldn't do it yesterday. But I do appreciate the well wishes, and we're all going through this right now, and we're all sharing this time. So it's important to just put it out there. This week. We're talking about Passover themes because Passover's coming up this weekend. And just as we did before Purim, just to get ourselves ramped up, to get ourselves ready for the concepts that we'll be thinking about and talking about, it's never too soon to start thinking about these things and to put them in our consciousness so that when we get there on Saturday evening and Sunday evening, we can bring some of these ideas and concepts into our Jewish practice of Passover. Probably one of the most obvious yet not often dealt with concepts in Passover is Egypt. Came out of Egypt. Egypt in Hebrew is Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim from the root tsar, which is narrow. A couple weeks ago, we taught the teaching, the whole world is a narrow bridge. The key is not to make yourself more afraid, if you remember a couple of weeks ago. So that's Gesher Tsar Me'od. Mitzrayim, that tsr sound in there is the idea that this, meaning Egypt, was a narrow place. They thought narrowly. The lives of the Israelites was just so narrow because they couldn't do anything as a free person. Everything was everything was told to them, forced on them, and they did not have the same kind of freedom that we have today. They had no freedom. They were slaves. So when we look back on Passover and in the Exodus story and coming out of Mitzrayim, out of those narrow places, we can also use it as a metaphor. The narrow places. The places where you feel constricted. The places where you feel like, oh, I have to go this way. I can't go that way. I can't go that way. I'm stuck in this spot. How much more stuck do we have to be than we've been this last year? What a narrow place we're coming out of. And are we even out of it yet? No. Are we coming out of it? We're right there. We're right there. And if we don't wait and continue to be patient, then we're going to be right back in here. But we're on that precipice. We're on the edge of coming out into the world the way we're used to being out there. But let's go back to our Mitzrayim. Let's go back through this year and discover those narrow places, because it's not just that we were at home. There's been a lot that has infiltrated our bodies and infiltrated our minds and in turn infiltrated our souls, which many of us that have been doing this for a year are trying to combat against. Shared this several months ago. Inside of me for no particular reason, except that it I feel so constricted. I feel so like I'm in this narrow place that it churns up these kind of negative emotions in me. And I've been trying to use this meditation to bring positivity into my life, and meditation in general and mindfulness, to notice how I'm feeling and to take that and turn that around. I might be accused of being Pollyanna. I might be accused of trying to look on the bright side, even in the face of difficult times. But what's the alternative? We walk around moping all the time or complaining all the time. I already do my share of complaining. But in general, my default for me is harmony and to live in peace. What gets in the way of that? The narrow place. The narrow place inside of me gets in the way of that. The narrow issues that have come in front of me. Just this kind of pressurized moment or moments where I feel constricted. I feel like I'm closed in. What were those moments for you this year? What have you been battling? In what way are you trying to kind of pull yourself up towards the positive? Maybe you're not. Maybe you haven't thought about it. Maybe you feel like, I haven't really had a narrow place. I feel like I've been kind of skating along. And that's wonderful. Harmony and peace during this time. Kol hakavod, all the power to you. I think most of the people I've talked to are having a rough time during this year. And moments that, tightness and narrowness in places you may not have thought they were before. It could be in and out with your kids, in and out with your spouse, in and out with your friends. Sometimes it feels narrow, sometimes it feels wide open. And I just think that our mindfulness practice and this meditation practice, mindfulness is to notice when you're kind of taken out of your regular place and put into a narrow spot. That regular place is your life with all its beauty and blessings and everything that we ask for in these meditations. But sometimes that gets tripped up. And sometimes the trip up, the narrow place, is 90% of our time. And then we have 10% for joy, gratitude. What I'm trying to say is, let's recognize the narrow place and turn that towards gratitude. Turn that towards, I can open my life. I don't have to be so constricted. I don't have to be narrow. I can open. And that's what we're going to try to do this week. Open ourselves up and embrace whatever's happening. Now, this weekend again, if you'd asked me last year, as a matter of fact, there's a line in our Seder from last year. It's like, next year in person. We're not going to be in person this year. We're still going to be virtual. That's narrow. It's not allowing us to come out into the world and be ourselves. But that's okay. It's just where we are for now. And one way to deal with the narrowness is to say, that's okay for now. I recognize it for now. I notice it for now. But in the future, I want to raise this up. And we begin with our meditation to take us out tight places. So let's get ourselves ready for our time to meditate. I have this awful fear that I'm going to fall asleep again during this, which is my humiliating anomaly, but that's okay. I guess I'm human after all. So let's get ourselves ready. Let's just kind of tie into our breath a little bit. I'm going to start, of course, with Just breathing. Just breathe. You don't have to force it. Just a regular breath. It's the ultimate of this moment, is our breath. Our breath breathes for now. We don't breathe for a minute from now. We don't breathe for each breath keeps us alive in this moment. So let's start on our breath. What it's doing to our body. Listen to it. And as you breathe, pay attention to use your breath to relax your whole body. At the end today, we'll ask for safety and blessing, but for now, just be. By concentrating on our breath and allowing everything just to be what it is for now. We can accomplish isolated moments of breath and life. It and take us away. Just bring yourself back in love and kindness to your breath once again. Precious reminder again. Go back to one again. Even thinking that you're doing such a good job counting is thinking. I have about 5-6 minutes left. I'd like to move towards kind of a meta, for lack of a better word. Meta meditation where we ask to grant us something. We ask for feelings. We ask to feel specific things. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we concentrate on the priestly benediction. And the first of those three is, may God bless you and protect you. So we ask the universe feel safe. May I feel blessing. May I feel blessed. And often when we do this, I'm asked, why feel and why not be? I think for me, be and not feel safe. I know I am blessed, but I don't always feel it. So it's a reminder to ourselves as well as the universe, as well as to God, as well as to the people who live with us, to feel what is true and to feel who you are and what you're going through. And so we ask, may I feel blessed. Feel safe. May I feel blessed and safe. You can say that in a whisper. You can say it to yourself, or you can say it out loud. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. And do that for several breaths. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. If you'd like to invite someone to come into your mind view, and you can offer them these two feelings. Could be someone you love, someone you barely know. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed and safe. And then just bring it back to yourself. Let's bolster. May I feel safe. And on each breath, offer yourself one of those feelings. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. As we finish up, let's just tie into our breath one more time. Does it feel different now than when we started? Is your body more relaxed? Is everything in more harmony? Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope that you were able to find stillness, peace. May you feel blessed. And may you feel safe. I hope you have a beautiful evening.